I'm just so surprised why Nigerian government is holding Iswap like they are one very important people. They are not different from Boko Haram, if you ask me. But it seems the way they are handling it is like Iswap is really nothing, like it's part of the Nigerian army. No, and it should not be encouraged that Iswap should begin to feel like they are important in Nigeria. They are not, because they don't have access to even become anything in the country. They are just like a terrorist group. So I don't know why they have to start applauding them, especially after what happened yesterday, that they were able to invade Boko Haram terrorists. Because I could remember that a very foolish person yesterday in among one of the ministers yesterday saying that let Nigerian government use Iswap to clear off Boko Haram. Then afterwards, they can now attend to Iswap and know what to do. It is stupid of any government to think that they can use anybody, because Iswap will become worse terrorists than Boko Haram. Anyway, guys, that is not the reason here, but something interesting right here says that Iswap, that is the U.S. government speaking, that Iswap won't get $7 million bounty despite killing Shekau. Remember that a bounty was placed on Shekau, that whoever can, because he's a hardened terrorist that the whole world already knows. And remember that he was heavily injured yesterday during the shootout with Iswap in the Sambisa forest. Yes, anyway, more details you get to see in this very report, but please ensure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to like and also share our video. All right, friends, without further ado, let us dive right into the details of this report. Yes, the U.S. State Department has said the Islamic State in West African province will not get the $7 million bounty it placed on Abubakar Shekau, leader of Boko Haram sect. Responding to reports on the death of terrorist leader, the State Department said the bounty is not meant for a group under ISIS, that is ISIS. A new report today indicates that Boko Haram terrorist Abubakar Shekau blew up himself in a confrontation with ISIS affiliates. Hey, ISIS guys, to clarify, no, you are not eligible for the reward for information on his identity or location. That's not how the program works. The U.S. State Department for Justice tweeted. In the tweet, they said, new reports today indicate that Boko Haram terrorist Abubakar Shekau blew himself up in a confrontation with ISIS affiliates. Hey, ISIS guys, to clarify, no, you are not eligible for the reward for information on his identity or location. That's not how the program works. Yes, that was what the U.S. said. That was on June 21st, 2021. The U.S. Department of State designated Shekau a specially designated global terrorist under Executive Order 13224. 1 year later, a $7 million bounty was placed on him. Abubakar Shekau is the leader of Jama'atu al-As-Sunnah il-Dawati wal Jihad, more commonly known as Boko Haram, which means Western education is forbidden. It's a Nigerian-based terrorist organization that seeks to overthrow the current Nigerian government and replace it with a regime based on Islamic laws. The group has existed in various forms since the late 1990s. There are reported communications, training, and weapons linked between Boko Haram, Al-Qaeda in the land of the Islamic Maghreb, Al-Shabaab, and Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, which may strengthen Boko Haram's capacity to conduct terrorist attacks. Read a statement, Rewards for Justice, issued when a bounty was placed on Shekau. It was reported on Thursday that the Boko Haram factional leader, who had evaded the Nigerian military for years, killed himself during a violent clash between his faction and the Iswap fighters who overran the Sambisa forest in Borno State. Multiple military sources had confirmed that Shekau blew himself up with an explosive when it was clear that the Iswap fighters wanted him to relinquish power to them after all his commanders were captured and killed in the forest. The incident took place following the invasion of the terror group's stronghold in the Sambisa Forest area by Iswap deadlier fighters. Iswap, which had broken away from the Shekau-led Boko Haram faction in 2016 after pledging allegiance to the Islamic State, reportedly raided the group's hideout using no fewer than 50 gun trucks. According to Homango, Shekau's enclave was tracked down by Iswap using its forces based in the Timbuktu Triangle. His fighters were killed in the process, followed by a long gunfire exchange between the invading group and Shekau's bodyguards. Shekau had been the leader of Boko Haram since 2009, following the death of the group's founder, Muhammad Yusuf. He had been rumored to have been killed by the Nigerian military at least 4 times between July 2009 and August 2016. In August 2016, the Nigerian Air Force had claimed that he had been fatally wounded by military bombardments, but the terror group released a video only a month later showing he was alive. You know, Nigerians have always, especially the Nigerian army, has always brought proofs that Shekau is dead. And at the end of the day, he still comes out to tell them that he is very much alive. But, you know, it is shocking that the Nigerian army could not have this kind of access. That just how many is Iswap that they could go into the Sambisa forest in just one attempt. As in, I'm shocked. In one attempt, they were able to kill, you know, a lot of the leaders of Boko Haram. And not just the leaders alone. They wounded Shekau. Shekau knew he was about to be captured, you know, and he decided to blow himself up. But I'm very sure he did not die. So you can imagine what our government is doing. That means they have been pampering Boko Haram. They give out information to Boko Haram, because I'm very sure that Iswap just decided on what they want to do. And, you know, that was how they swung into action. No information went out to Boko Haram. That's to also tell you that our Nigerian army is full of moles, and they are all filled with Boko Haram members. And until we come out clean, we'll continue to face, you know, continue to chase shadows as we're already doing, which cannot lead us anywhere. Now see Iswap in one attempt. I'm so ashamed of the Nigerian army. In one attempt, now the Boko Haram has been defeated. Until they'll be able, before they'll be able to recuperate, it's going to take them some time. You know, in just one attempt. Though the US government is right with the decision they just took, because they said they placed a bounty on Shekau, but you know, you cannot use terrorists to catch terrorists, and they said it does not work like that. And you know how the US government do their things. They don't negotiate, and they don't even smile. They don't do anything with terrorists. That is a working government. But anyway, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for listening. Whatever you have to say about this, drop it in the comment section. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.